Hey guys, welcome back to Piney Grove. And if you think that a tree is getting cut down because I got my dirty blue Columbia shirt on, you might be right. We got, lots of trees out here, and some of them just aren't going to amount to much. And this one here, because it's shaded by that big pine tree, the sun's always over there, it's not going to do very well. And this oak tree looked like it was bulldozed over. So it's kind of growing crooked and it's rotten at the bottom. So it's just unsightly here on the corner. And then we have another one, another pine tree again in the shadow of that big one. So Deb and I were thinking that we would clear this space out, and I grew some magnolias from seed, and we had a couple extras. So the magnolias are planted along that pine line over there where the blueberry patch is. And we were thinking this would be a good place to put a magnolia where it could, get big and flower out and be pretty and get sunlight. So we're going to take down some trees, grapple them out of here, and go put them where we can wood chip them and hopefully not have any problems. These all should be straight, easy cuts, not technical, not a lot of felling expertise is required, and that's good because I'm not the greatest at dropping trees. Like, I can drop one in the general vicinity, but if you have a tree that's close to your house and leaning towards your house, you probably shouldn't call me to take it down. Got my Built Hard chainsaw that Built Hard sent me to show on the channel. I did a comparison between this and our steel. This has a 22-inch bar and it's much heavier. And it's a good video. It kind of shows the difference between a $150 saw and a $550 steel saw. But it cuts down trees. And for a lot of people, that's all that matters. And I'm going to start this chainsaw. Let me know if that's wrong, but this is just the way that I start a chainsaw. Well, let me know in the comments down below, how do you start a chainsaw? I do that. It's what I've done all my life. My birthday present when I was 16 was a steel chainsaw, and that's just the way we started them. This thing's got some raw power. Very unrefined, but still powers right through. Not bad. We'll go ahead and make it grapple size. One advantage of a long bar is you don't have to lean down when you're doing that groundwork. Deb isn't out here. She actually had to go into town for a surgery procedure. So wish her well. She'll be fine. Maybe she'll talk about it on camera one day. It's like another simple cut. I cut my nuts a little wrong. Not bad. I cut the nuts wrong, so I cut my back cut, leaving more meat on that side to pull the tree over. It worked. I always hate cutting an oak. All right, they're all down, and I'm already tired of this heavy saw. Runs good, idle's a little high, but it's heavy. I have bad shoulders, especially my left one. But that cleaned that up real quick. I'll get in there with the grapple, get that out, get it over on the chip pile. I got it high because of that vine. I know the load should be lower for center of gravity and balance. Also, I don't want to knock over the camera. I'll put it down now. If you got good equipment, some of these jobs just go real quick. Before I had a grapple, that would have just been like pulling that out by hand and putting it in the bucket or wrapping a chain around it and dragging it. Once it's down on the ground, grab it with the grapple, and a couple minutes we're over on the chipping pile. Deb was walking down the road, this road, the other day, and all the pines are flowering. And she saw like a huge tornado of pollen dust come out. And I don't know my pine trees that well. There's a long leaf, and then there's a different type of pine, and they pollinate or they flower at different times. But you see all of those new buds there, all that yellow is the new buds, and all of them have pollen. And if you're not from an area that has pine, you can tell when they're blooming because your car will be covered in yellow. Like the whole pond doesn't have a lot of water right now, but the pond will get covered in yellow. There's the buds. Some of those are pine cones, I guess, and some of them are just going to be like the branch growing. This is kind of our wood staging area. And by kinda, I mean it is. Whenever we have trees like this that we take down before they get wood chipped, if they don't get wood chipped in place, just let them sit here and dry. I think we'll do some consolidation, grab what we can and pile it up like right here, and then come in and grab it all at once. See if we can get done. It's hard to grab a tree vertically. It usually doesn't happen. But we got it. I hope the camera's picking up how clean that got real quick. So viney, stuff just gets drug all over. I mean, this whole area was nothing but brush, and just a few scoops with the grapple got it pretty well cleaned up. Sometimes you just save a lot of headache if you get off the tractor and do a little bit. Not much though. Do as much as we can with the tractor. See somebody work a grapple, you think, why don't they just go in there and just grab it? You know, why is it taking them so long? And it's because things will stand up vertical like this, and you can't grab it. It just pushes it deeper. Grapple's made to grab things sideways. Like now, you can grab that easy with a grapple. I think they're all where the teeth are. I think I can get them all. Look at the size of that pile of brush. When we started this, and now this does not include the pine trees, I've already carted them off. But would you have thought there was that much brush here just in this little area? Now we can't wood chip the brush. Well, you can, but it's a lot of work to get them lined up in there, and they tend to clog it. So what I like to do is make a pile, let it die down a little bit, dry out, maybe get a little rotten or at least brittle, and then back the forestry mulcher of the tractor. And now we have another forestry mulcher on a mini skid steer, and just kind of grind it up in place and then just leave it there in the forest to rot down. But I got to move this. This goes to a different location, so I got to take it all the way across the pasture to a brush pile. Probably going to take me about 3 loads, and hopefully once I get a good bite, I won't drop anything. That's what you run into when you're grappling, that some of the branches are caught up in here, and I just don't want to drag that all the way across the pasture and have to pick up sticks. So I'm gonna have to figure this out. Just as I suspected, no matter how careful I was coming across, well actually the pasture I didn't lose any, but coming along this woods line, hitting other trees, hitting the fence, I dropped about 6 or 8 limbs, but I got most of it on the pile. I've got a couple more trips left to make, but that's the last one for you guys. As always, we appreciate you watching. We appreciate you coming back week after week. Don't forget to hit that like button and also subscribe if you haven't already. What are you waiting for? It's 100% free. But until next time, y'all take care out there, and remember, life's short, tractor hard.